Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be diving into the world of Dr. Jin Wu.
Okay.
You sent us a collection of articles and press releases,
I did.
and it looks like she's making waves in both business and philanthropy worlds.
Yeah, looks like it.
We got honorary doctorates, luxury watchwinders, and Santa Claus missions.
Wow.
A lot to unpack here.
Absolutely sounds like we're dealing with a bit of a Renaissance woman.
A Renaissance woman, I like that.
Yeah, let's see if we can connect the dots between her various endeavors and get a clearer picture of her impact.
Sounds good to me. So first off, you sent us some info about Richman Luxury.
I did.
What can you tell us about this company?
Well, Richman Luxury is a company founded by Dr. Wu in Singapore,
Okay.
and they specialize in high-end watch winders.
Watch wingers.
Yeah,
Now, for someone who doesn't collect luxury watches, can you explain what those are?
of course. A watch winder is a device that keeps automatic watches running when you're not wearing them.
Okay.
So it gently rotates the watch, mimicking the movement of your wrist.
Okay.
And it's especially important for luxury watches,
Right.
which often have intricate mechanisms that can seize up if not kept in motion.
Ah. Okay, so it's like a little treadmill
Yes.
for your fancy watch.
Exactly.
And speaking of fancy Richmond, luxury has a whole collection of awards.
You do.
The Luxury Lifestyle Awards, the Singapore Prestige Class Award,
Yes.
and even a spot in the International Luxury Lifestyle Award Hall of Fame.
Very impressive.
So not only is Dr. Wu a successful entrepreneur,
Right.
but she's also reached the pinnacle of the luxury watch winder market.
Apparently so.
That's pretty impressive. But it sounds like her passions extend beyond fancy gadgets.
It seems so.
You also sent us some information about the Richman Foundation.
Right.
What can you tell us about that?
Well, the Richman Foundation is Dr. Wu's philanthropic arm.
Okay.
And her work through the foundation focuses on an incredibly diverse range of causes, from animal welfare and education to poverty alleviation and social services.
Wow.
It's really quite remarkable.
And not just focused locally either.
Right.
I see they're already working in Africa and have projects planned for India.
Yeah.
That seems to align with the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes.
Working towards solutions for some of the most pressing issues facing the world.
Definitely suggests a commitment to addressing global challenges.
Yeah.
What's also interesting is the potential connection between Dr. Wu's business and her foundation.
Oh.
So it's likely that the success of Richman Luxury fuels her philanthropic endeavors,
Right.
allowing her to make a real impact on a large scale.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, this is where things get really interesting for me.
Okay.
There's an article here about a Santa Claus mission to millions.
Yes.
Can you explain what that is?
This is one of Dr. Wu's ongoing projects,
Okay.
and it's really heartwarming.
Uh-huh.
The mission focuses on providing gifts, meals, and educational opportunities to orphaned and underprivileged children. The goal is to bring a bit of joy and hope into their lives.
That's fantastic. And it looks like it's not just a one-time event either.
No, it's not.
There's mention of an advertising campaign featuring children from the Richman Foundation's orphanages
Yes.
set to air in Nigeria.
That's right.
So from luxury watches to bringing joy to children in need.
Yeah,
Dr. Wu certainly covers a lot of ground.
she does.
Speaking of covering ground, you sent over some information about an honorary doctorate.
Yes.
But not just any doctorate. An honorary doctorate in philanthropy.
In philanthropy.
That's not something you hear every day.
It's certainly not common.
It is quite unique.
Yeah.
So honorary doctorates are awarded by universities to recognize individuals who've made significant contributions to a particular field or to society as a whole.
Correct.
In Dr. Wu's case, it was St. Mother Teresa University that bestowed this honor,
Okay.
specifically for her philanthropic work.
Right.
But what I find particularly interesting is that along with this doctorate, there's also mention of a research paper she co-authored.
Really?
And get this, it was on the role of love and happiness during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Published on Mother Teresa's birthday.
That's quite a coincidence.
Quite a coincidence.
Yeah, and it highlights another layer of Dr. Wu's work.
Uh-huh.
It seems she's not just focused on providing material support,
Okay.
but also on promoting inner peace and well-being, even during challenging times.
She even has this pay peace forward system, right?
Yes,
Is there more to this than just a catchy phrase?
there is.
What exactly does that entail?
Pay Peace Forward is more than just a slogan.
Okay.
It's a system Dr. Wu developed based on her own experiences and observations.
Okay.
It's about cultivating inner peace
Huh?
and then using that peace to make a positive impact on the world around you.
So her philanthropic work is an extension of her personal philosophy.
It seems so.
It's not just about writing a check,
Right.
but actively working towards creating a more peaceful and just world.
Exactly.
That's fascinating. Okay, so we got a successful entrepreneur, a dedicated philanthropist,
Yes.
and now a philosopher.
It appears so.
What's next? Is there anything this woman can't do?
Well, she's also a world-class beauty queen's ambassador.
Wait, a beauty queen?
Yes.
You're kidding me, right?
Nope.
That seems like a complete 180 from everything else we've talked about.
It might seem that way.
How does that even fit in?
Well, if we take a closer look at the World Class Beauty Queens organization, it might start to make more sense.
Okay.
This isn't your typical beauty pageant.
Right.
They focus on empowering women and giving them a platform to advocate for causes they care about.
So it's more about substance than just superficial beauty.
Much more.
I'm intrigued what motivated Dr. Wu to get involved.
She was inspired by the organization's owner, Derek Tokozewski,
Okay.
and his positive outlook. It seems she saw this as an opportunity to further her philanthropic work
Right.
and reach a wider audience.
Okay.
It's about amplifying her message and using her platform to make a difference.
That makes sense. It's about using every available avenue to promote positive change. This is also fascinating. It sounds like Dr. Wu leads a pretty incredible life,
She does.
seamlessly blending business philanthropy and even the world of beauty pageants.
It's quite a combination.
What's next on our deep dive into Dr. Wu's world?
Well, we've only just scratched the surface.
Okay,
Next, let's delve deeper into the work of the Richman Foundation.
sounds good.
We'll explore the Santa Claus mission to millions in more detail, looking at its impact and the unique approach Dr. Wu takes to bring joy to children around the world.
Sounds like a plan. Stay tuned as we uncover more about this extraordinary individual.
I'm looking forward to it. Welcome back. Before we dig deeper into the Richman Foundation's work, I think it's worth revisiting those awards Richman Luxury has received.
Okay.
It's not every day you see a company specializing in high-end watch windows earning accolades typically associated with major luxury brands.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I admit I was a bit surprised to see all those awards, what makes them so significant in the world of luxury.
Well, awards like the Luxury Lifestyle Awards aren't simply given out. They are judged by industry experts who look for excellence in design innovation and overall customer experience.
And you mentioned the International Luxury Lifestyle Award Hall of Fame earlier. That seems like a whole other level of recognition.
It is.
What does it take to reach that level?
It's an incredibly rare honor and is a testament to a company's consistent dedication to excellence over many years. It signifies that Richman Luxury has not only met, but exceeded the highest standards of the luxury industry year after year.
So Dr. Wu isn't just a successful entrepreneur. She's a leader in her field, setting a high bar for quality and innovation. It's fascinating to see how she blends her entrepreneurial spirit with her passion for giving back.
It's like her success in the business world fuels her dedication to philanthropy, and her philanthropic work in turn informs her business practices.
All right, let's dive into the Richman Foundation. You mentioned earlier that their work aligns with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes.
What are some of the specific initiatives they're involved in?
They tackle a wide range of issues, but one of their primary focuses is on addressing malnutrition, particularly among children in developing countries.
Okay.
They distribute food and essential nutrients to vulnerable infants and young children, working to combat the devastating effects of malnutrition.
Malnutrition can have long-term consequences on a child's development, both physically and mentally. It's fantastic that the foundation is addressing this issue head-on. Are there any other specific examples of their work?
Absolutely. Beyond providing immediate aid, they are investing in sustainable solutions as well. They support educational programs and initiatives designed to help orphans, semi-orphans, and other disadvantaged children.
It sounds like they're taking a holistic approach, addressing both the symptoms and the root causes of poverty and inequality. I noticed they're particularly active in supporting education in Africa, providing resources like white marker boards for schools, or even offering scholarships to deserving students.
Yes. Education is key by providing children with access to quality education. The foundation aims to equip them with the tools they need to break free from the cycle of poverty and create a better future for themselves.
You mentioned earlier that they're expanding their work into India as well. Dr. Wu clearly has a global vision for the Richman Foundation.
Yes, her vision is expansive, and I think her pay peace forward philosophy plays a central role in her approach. It's about fostering inner peace and then sharing that peace with others through acts of kindness, compassion, and understanding.
It's interesting how her personal philosophy seems to be interwoven with her philanthropic work. It's not just about donating money, it's about actively working towards a more peaceful and just world.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we touched on the Santa Claus mission to millions earlier.
Right.
Can you elaborate on what makes this project so unique?
It's about spreading joy and hope. They focus on providing gifts, meals, and educational opportunities to orphans and underprivileged children around the world.
Right.
It's not just about meeting their basic needs, but also about showing them that they're loved and cared for.
And it sounds like it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. I see there are plans for an advertising campaign featuring children from the Richman Foundation orphanages that will air in Nigeria.
That's right. They're using a multimedia approach to spread the message. The campaign in Nigeria aims to raise awareness about the foundation's work and encourage others to get involved. There's even talk about a documentary film about the project.
A documentary. That would be incredible. Imagine the reach and impact that could have, sharing these stories of hope and resilience with a global audience.
It has the potential to inspire countless others to get involved in charitable work and help spread Dr. Wu's message of compassion and generosity. It could also raise awareness about the plight of children living in poverty and highlight the importance of supporting organizations like the Richman Foundation.
This all sounds incredible. Dr. Wu is clearly a force to be reckoned with, but I have to ask, with such diverse projects and initiatives, is there a risk of spreading herself too thin? Can one person truly make a meaningful impact across so many different areas?
It's a valid question. Juggling a successful business, an expansive philanthropic foundation, and numerous side projects is no easy feat, but it seems Dr. Wu has a knack for identifying opportunities and leveraging her resources effectively.
It's like she has this incredible energy and drive that propels her forward, and she's not afraid to think outside the box, connecting seemingly disparate worlds like luxury watches and philanthropy.
It's certainly an unconventional approach, but it seems to be working. She's not limiting herself to traditional methods of philanthropy. She's finding innovative ways to blend her passions and create a wider impact.
Now, we've talked about her pay peace forward philosophy,
Right.
but I'm curious about another concept that came up, visible philanthropy. What exactly does that mean?
It's an approach to philanthropy where individuals and organizations are open and transparent about their giving. It's about making your charitable work known not to boast, but to inspire others to follow suit.
So it's about leading by example and encouraging others to get involved. It seems like a powerful way to create a ripple effect of generosity. But is there a potential downside to this approach? Could it be perceived as self-serving or inauthentic?
That's a good question. It's a delicate balance for sure. Visible philanthropy can be misconstrued if the motivation is purely self-serving, but when done with genuine intentions to inspire and encourage others, it can be a powerful force for good.
In Dr. Wu's case, her actions seem to speak for themselves. Her commitment to her philanthropic work and the tangible difference she's making in the lives of countless children point to a genuine desire to make a positive impact.
I agree. It seems her motivation stems from a deep-seated belief in the power of giving back and creating a better world. Her visible philanthropy appears to be an extension of that belief, a way to inspire others to join her on this journey.
What I find particularly interesting is that she doesn't shy away from unconventional methods. She's using her platform as a world-class beauty queen's ambassador to promote her philanthropic work, reaching an audience that might not typically be engaged in charitable causes.
It's another example of her out-of-the-box thinking. She's challenging traditional notions of philanthropy, proving that you can use any platform to promote positive change.
So she's a successful entrepreneur, a dedicated philanthropist, and now a beauty queen ambassador, all while promoting inner peace and global change. It's a lot to take in.
It is.
What stands out to you most from everything we've learned about Dr. Wu so far?
For me, it's her ability to bridge seemingly disparate worlds. She seamlessly connects business with philanthropy, inner peace, with global action, and even beauty pageantry with social change. She demonstrates that it's not about choosing one path, but finding creative ways to integrate your passions and make a meaningful impact on the world.
What a powerful message sounds like, Doctor. Wu is living proof that you can achieve success while staying true to your values and making a real difference in the lives of others. Before we wrap things up, there's one more aspect of Dr. Wu's work I'd like to explore. Her upcoming documentary about the Santa Claus mission to millions.
Let's dive into that. The documentary promises to be a fascinating look into her philanthropic work, offering a glimpse into the lives of the children she's helping and showcasing the impact of her unique approach to spreading joy and hope.
I'm eager to learn more about this project. Stay tuned as we uncover the story behind the documentary and explore its potential impact on a global audience. Welcome back to The Deep Dive.
It's amazing how much we've covered from the intricacies of luxury watch winders to the global impact of the Richman Foundation.
It really is a testament to the breadth of her work
Yeah.
and her dedication to making a positive impact.
Yeah. Before we wrap up this deep dive into Dr. Wu's world, let's talk about her documentary project.
Okay.
You mentioned it'll focus on the Santa Claus mission to millions.
Can you give us some insight into what she hopes to achieve with this film?
Well, it seems like her goal is twofold.
Okay.
First, she wants to capture the essence of the mission itself, showcasing the joy it brings to children around the world. And second, she aims to raise awareness about the plight of orphans and underprivileged children,
Okay.
inspiring viewers to get involved in creating positive change.
So it sounds like a powerful combination of storytelling and advocacy.
Yeah.
Do you think this documentary could reach a wider audience than her other philanthropic efforts?
I think so. Film has a unique ability to connect with people on an emotional level.
Yeah.
It can transport viewers to different parts of the world
Right.
and introduce them to individuals and stories they might never encounter otherwise.
Yeah, I see what you mean. A well-crafted documentary can be incredibly impactful, shedding light on important issues and inspiring action.
Precisely. And by sharing the stories of the children touched by the Santa Claus mission to millions, Dr. Wu hopes to create a ripple effect of compassion and generosity.
This documentary seems like a natural extension of her visible philanthropy approach, using a different medium to spread her message and inspire others.
It does. It certainly aligns with her commitment to transparency and her belief in the power of storytelling to drive positive change.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the life and work of Dr. Jin Wu,
What time?
what stands out to you most? What's the key takeaway you hope our listener will ponder?
I think what fascinates me is Dr. Wu's multifaceted approach to making a difference. She's not content with simply achieving success in one area.
Okay.
She constantly seeks ways to leverage her accomplishments to benefit others,
Yeah.
whether through philanthropy, advocacy, or even documentary filmmaking.
It's like she's created this incredible ecosystem of positive change, drawing from her diverse experiences and skills to create a truly unique impact.
Exactly, and it challenges us to rethink our own approaches to creating change.
Right.
It encourages us to break down the barriers between different fields to connect our passions and to find innovative ways to make a difference in the world.
It's inspiring to see someone living proof that you can achieve success in multiple areas while staying true to your values and making a tangible impact on the lives of others.
It really is.
Well said. So to our listener, if you're intrigued by Dr. Jin Wu's story, I encourage you to delve deeper,
Yes.
learn more about her work, explore the Richman Foundation's initiatives, and keep an eye out for her upcoming documentary.
Absolutely.
You might just find yourself inspired to embark on your own journey of positive change. Until next time, keep diving deep.